This is the best team in football. When you scratch quarterbacks, this is the best roster that the football has, and it's a huge testament towards what they have been able to do. When you consider the Russell Wilson trade that aged like super poorly for them, they have spent several first-round picks on this, and also needed to bring Sean Payton into the occasion that also cost them draft compensation. Like, great freaking job. And it's not a slander to Bo Nix. I just feel like Bo Nix is a very fine quarterback, and him being on the rookie deal and being as good as he is allows this. Like, trust me, like, this is not a Bo Nix slander. It's just, oh my god, this roster is stacked. And just having a roster that has like one, in my ass, clear day to need in safety, at safety position that you probably can find on like 6 million on still free agency right there. That's freaking insane. Like, Broncos, kudos. And yeah, I think they are going to be dangerous as fuck. With that, let's talk about the war room, because there is probably going to be too much to talk about. If you're just here for my quick thoughts, here they are. If you want to dig deeper, let's go. Bo Nix, like I said, it was not a slander. I think Bo Nix is, like, I have him like 18th best quarterback in the league. And I think that's absolutely great given where he is in his timeline, that he gives them a rookie deal. And like, you still have 3 years of control on him. Like, come on, this is not a slander at all. Their backup room in Jared Stidham and Sam Ehlinger, I think is fine. Yeah, Jared was not great in that playoff game, but let's be honest. Being entrusted into AFC Conference Championship with that weather, good luck. He's not that type of player to just overcome it. With running back room, this is one that I am probably the most critical of Broncos in terms of, I don't like the way it's been put together, because trusting J.K. Dobbins to be your feature back with his injury record, I think it's a mistake. I would much rather treat him as Aaron Jones, as like a guy that you give 5 to 10 carries first couple of weeks and then perhaps you turn it on when the football gets rough. But like, it seems like they are counting on him as an RB1. And in RJ Harvey, like, the second round never made sense to me last year, and quite honestly, like, it showed on the field. So far, it has not been great. John McLaughlin, Tyler Betty, it's like, well, I think they have pushed their chips towards the middle of the table with this room. I don't think it's a great room after all. So this is one that maybe, if you look at the territory in the season, this could be it. At the same time, with running backs, I feel like you are in a position, this is one of the easier groups to fix, and for a player, it's one of the easiest position to transition from team to team. So I think if by trade deadline, J.K. Dobbins is banged up again, RJ Harvey is not delivering, there is a couple of guys that they will snatch and not let this potentially deteriorate their season. With Jalen Waddle being added to the mix, they have absolutely solved their wide receiver in my eyes, because he pushes everybody to their role. He's one. Cortland Sutton is one of the better twos. And then you have role players in Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin, Brad Bryan, Lil Jordan Humphrey. Like, it's a great room. This was a great move. I feel like when you are in this window, you correctly identify this, and you went appropriate about it. Like, what we are missing? Wide receiver one. We want to be more pass-heavy offense. We want to unleash Bo Nix even more. He proved that we can trust him. Hell yeah, let's go for it. Love this move for both sides. But man, Broncos, really good. Now with tight ends, another room that you might say, well, it's not necessarily the greatest, and it's not. At the same time, for what Sean Payton, I think, expects of the tight end room, like, yeah, he had Jimmy Graham. There's a hope that Evan Ingram could still recoup what he was in 24 for Jaguars, or like for 2019, whatever was the year when he was actually freaking awesome. Even if he isn't, in Adam Troutman, Nate Atkins, and Lucas Crew, you have just the functional group of tight ends that will block their asses off, that will give you your best, and that's absolutely fine. They don't need these guys to be superstars. Like, it would be really nice if I'm going to turn into one, but they can absolutely function without that, especially with adding Jalen Waddle. So even though you look at this room and it's like, it's kind of meh, it's absolutely fine for how Denver wants to play the ball. So hold your horses. If you think tight end is coming to the Denver, I don't think it's going to be with premium resource. Their offensive line is yet another great success of this team because they have put together top 3 offensive line right now. In Quinn Miners, you have superstar. Okay, let's play it safe. He's top 3 guard in the league. He is freaking awesome, man. And he improved in terms of his pass pro. So he's not just a special round blocker. He is a menace, man. With Mike McGlinchey and Garrett Powers, you have stacked duo of tackles. Yes, you might start to think about the future with these 2 guys. At the same time, with trading for Jalen Waddle, I don't think it's time to play that game. In Frank Cram, you have swing tackle, 6th offensive lineman, another room where I think they free offensive tackle that is just there to be especially run blocker, a guy that can help you exactly with being the swing tackle, and another 6th offensive lineman would be absolutely fine. But when you look at these 2 starters and year that Garrett Bowles had, I think this close to actually putting him into elite category. He was amazing last year. He was definitely an all-pro. I'm not sure if he got it, but to me, he clearly was. And that interior, we have already talked about Quinn Miners. Beside him, Ben Powers, he's a veteran, yes. Is he a legit starter? And if he's your 4th piece of the offensive line, you are freaking happy with that. In center, you do have Luke Wattenberg. And they were right on him. They've entrusted this room. It's yeah, we are okay letting Lloyd Cushenberry go. And just all right, Luke is going to be fine. And everybody's oh, are you certain? And they were certain, and they were right. Behind these guys, Alex Forsythe, Alex Palczewski, it's not special. I would not be opposed to investing a little bit here. At the same time, you have 5 exceptional starters, put together really, really great offensive line. And there is depth. It's more of a veteran depth. It's not one that necessarily gives you excitement about the future, and it might be time to think about it. I just don't think this time is right now with where they are in terms of their timeline. Switching to their defense, starting on the edge. Nick Bonito, I think the hype on him went just a little bit too much. I think he's great number 1. I don't think he's quite a superstar. I probably would not have him as my edge, in my top 10. It's probably on the borderline, but I don't think he's quite a superstar because a lot of hype came because of his sex numbers, and when he wins, it's freaking beautiful. But is he a great run defender? No. So the game is already not complete enough. And I guess I want to see one more year of this. He's close. He is damn close to top 10. And when I will put together summer series about their position rankings, he might sneak in. But nevertheless, he is a true one, okay? I'm not talking about that. And behind him, you have Jonah Cooper, Jonah Ellis, DeAndre Tillman, and Quay Robinson. This is absolutely a real room. This is kind of what edge room should look like. Could they have a better edge 2 than Jonathan Cooper? I guess you can, but at the same time, how many teams could have said that they have much better edge 2 than John Cooper? And it's not too much. So I'm absolutely fine. I don't think they need to address this. And it's kind of the same with their interior. In Zach Allen, you have one of the most underrated players in the game. And to some, he's overrated because they are looking at the stats, and the stats on sheer volume look great. But they are great on sheer volume because he plays the most snaps by a country mile of every single defensive tackle. And I feel a lot of people then use it against him. It's okay, per snap by snap basis, he's not that productive. And I'm but he gives you that constant great presence all the freaking time. That's hella impressive. So to me, he's a freaking awesome player. Is he Chris Jones? Is he Dexter Lawrence? No, but he's really on that brink of top 10 defensive tackles per snap by snap basis. And that's where the important starter, he just does not cover what I think about him, because I would like to put him at amazing, but this is kind of current ability snap by snap basis. And just because like Allen just does not necessarily fit into that category, I will not swing it. But man, is he damn important for your team. And he is just like the one thing that really allows everything to just work for this defensive line, at least in my opinion. Next to him, DJ Jones, the big anchor presence, Malcolm Roach, another veteran that has been brought here by Sean Payton, and it just works. And with Savion Jones, you have young investment. Can they bring another body, be smart about this? Absolutely, thinking about the future, but I just doubt that it's going to be with premium resources. Let's shift more deeper towards linebackers. When they have resigned their veteran in Alex Singleton, you add Justin Sternat and Drew Sanders into the mix. It's like not a room that gets you excited just as much as you have to say with tight ends and potentially even like defensive tackles and running backs. But it's damn functional. And that's what you kind of need. You have to have your exceptional rooms and then your functional room. And when you put all of that together, it's a recipe for a freaking amazing team. Linebacker is just that. It's absolutely functional. It's not the greatest one, and I can see them, investing in some developmental piece. This is why I have it as a high tier 3. But like when you look at it, Sternat and Singleton, backing by Drew Sanders, it's like, are we in bottom 5? Hell no. Then you are fine. That's how you need to be at your linebacker. I think that's the case for them. And let's speak about the secondary. With the safety, which like kind of to a ridiculous degree, I'm calling this a tier 2 need. When you have 2 stars in Brandon Jones and Talanoa Hufanga. Wow, that is the case. That is not backup to speak whatsoever that I would like. And with Hufanga, there has been a ton of injuries in the past. So can he stay healthy for another year, especially with his type of reckless style, abandoned type of play? Maybe not. And like in terms of the future of this room, the contracts are running up. So you don't have backups, you have injury concerns, and you're thinking about 27. That's why this is my only tier 2 need, even though like on the surface it's a better room than tight end, it's a better room than linebacker. It's just more vulnerable. So hence my tier 2. With corners, you have already made your premium investment here, and the guy is probably your CB4 in Jahdae Barron right now. But Pat Surtain, obviously, he is a freaking superstar. He is the best player on this defense and on this team. And you have Jaquan McMillan starting in nickel right now, fighting with Jahdae Barron, and Riley Moss to be opposite of Pat Surtain. Jahdae Barron, like you have probably the versatility to play him outside, but he's kind of a luxury right now that you have spent first round pick. And with Chris Abrams-Zane, you have a 5th CB in the room that you are just absolutely fine with. So like the corner, I would be shocked if they spend pretty much anything there because they are set and good to go. Once again, this team has just their absolute highs, which is corner is freaking amazing. Offensive line, freaking amazing. Defensive line as a whole, damn freaking nice. Wide receiver room, damn freaking nice. And then you have several absolutely fine rooms. Running back, tight end, linebacker. And like safety is kind of in the middle with like danger concerns. And then you have Bo Nix, hopefully still improving. And even if he's not, he's middle of the pack type of quarterback, which is recipe for, potential Super Bowl. I think Denver Broncos enters 26 as, Super Bowl is on our mind. And I cannot see why not. It can absolutely happen. Thank you very much for listening, and let's ride high. Broncos, I hope we meet at the finals. Broncos versus Seahawks, because we know how to give you 43-8. See you over the next one.